So, Hugh, I thought this was 100 days of comics, not 100 days of word processing, bro. So, I can appreciate if after the day two video you feel like this is getting a little stretched out, is because it was. We went a little long on that video. But the point is, that we are getting stuck in the word processing here, but that's the point. This is where everybody starts to kind of fall off the train and just wants to get to finished before actually doing the fundamentals. So, listen, if you're going to be a pro, it's all about the fundamentals. So, we're sticking to that. We're going to do our diligence here, right? I'm going to try to speed this one up today so that we can make up for the 10 minutes we went over on the last one. But just stick to it, you know, make sure you do your legwork and fill in, backfill all of the fundamental stuff that you have to do. It'll make your story better. A couple of things from the last video. I went through, let's switch over to our worksheet here. I just at the end of the video, I had a idea hit me, so I wanted to write this one down before I got it. So for panel 3 down here, I put in that the woman would say, "Oh, so you're not a real unicorn then?" Um, this is after he says he hits on her, with a corny line. Do you come here often? She says, "No, do you?" Like sneery a little bit. And he goes, "The costume didn't give it away," like obviously. And then she goes, "Oh, so you're not a real unicorn then?" And then he'll say, um, "Are you disappointed?" And she'll say, "Maybe." So that's going to be a little bit of a foreshadowing of what's going to come. So that's kind of the point here of that. And let's see, a couple other things. One other thing I wanted to point out was the difference between a two-page, noting up here the single page, or if it's two-page, or if it's a spread. I kind of said two-page spread, but there is a difference between two-page and a spread. So a spread would actually go across the staples, so to speak, if you were in print. So it would actually span a full 2 pages. A 2 page is actually just two separate pages facing one another. So that's the difference there. I am going to make an effort on my part to say less ums and ahs, because I'm sure that's probably driving you guys crazy. Okay, so let's carry on with what we were doing, which is to finish out the rest of this script. Great. Got a keyboard malfunction. I think we should make this another panel. Okay, so that's basically our start of our conversation there. Now, I had an idea up here where we put local bars as the signs attest. Um, One of the signs is going to be Furry Thursday. Yeah, that's what it was. Um, Furry Thursday. And that might be at the Enchanted Forest. And so that's what I'm going to name the bar. The bar's name is going to be the Enchanted Forest. Now, I'm adding that in there as a note to the artist, who's me, but it might not be you. Um, that could be condensed into one sign. Um, if it works, I just put them both in there so that, maybe you need both to kind of communicate the idea that the bar's name is the Enchanted Forest. It's not really going to be the most important thing that you get that. I think that's sort of like a little bit of salt and pepper on the story. Um, okay, so we're down to panel 4 for maybe. Uh, Okay, so let's have him ask her if she wants to dance. Here you go. Okay, so panel 5 is going to be a dance scene. So we'll just call it a dance scene. Unicorn still has his head on, so we want to make sure we don't take the costume off yet. Head on, they're both clearly having a good time. Let's see, panel 6 is woman takes the guy by the hand to a quiet corner. Panel 7, we're starting to get into too many panels here, but probably get away with it. Panel 7 is the woman takes off the unicorn guy's head, costume head. And then panel 8. It's okay. We're gonna get a chance to rewrite this, I think, because this is maybe too many panels. If it's not, then God help me trying to figure out how to do it. Okay, so then they're going to have eye contact. And that's sort of like setting the mood right there. We're going to do that with. Okay, so one little point about this is that you'll notice that I'm not really describing a lot of stuff because it's not really necessary. As the writer, all you want to do is just describe as much as you think is important to the story, right? Whether or not they're in a hall or they go outside or they sit down at a cubicle or anything like that, leave that up to the artist. Um, Unless it's absolutely important to some element of the story that you want to communicate for sure. Then, write it into your description and but otherwise just keep it to just enough to tell the story. Okay, so we're going to think that the artist is going to be able to make this eye contact moment enough to make you want to flip the page. So we go to page 2. This is the spread versus pages thing I was talking about. Okay. So they kiss. We'll see if that's enough to, that might be something that just when we get to the thumbnailing stage or whatever, we might have to review as to whether that's like good enough to build the story and the character. Like we haven't really built the characters yet, so that's one concern I have about this at this point. But let's not get too editorial yet. We'll do that later. Okay. I don't know about the description on this panel. We just want the one in. To suggest we should take this outside. Okay, so panel 3 will be them outside. In the alley. Making out. So panel 4 will be a shot is a shot of the full moon peeking out over a building. So we could either have it on this panel. On this panel, it would say no, 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 right? From her. And then the next panel, we'd have her, them sort of kissing, and her eye would be wide open. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. So, werewolf is maybe it'll be like this. Something like that. And then panel 5. Will be close up. So this is how you do a close up. God, the bold. You can just do it like that. In some cases, I like to have it like this. That's just the universal term for close up. Is kissing the female has eye wide open looking at the moon, trying not to be noticed by the unicorn. Or I guess he's not the unicorn anymore. Do we need to give him a name now? We'll just call him Man. Trying not to be noticed by Man. I guess maybe should we... maybe she starts to pull away. She's starting, so she wouldn't be actually trying to do that. She's starting to push away from him. Okay, guys, I think this might be about time. It is. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish out this part right here, which is basically gonna be her turning into a werewolf, and we'll pick it up from there on the next video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button below. If you want to keep following, hit the subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll get notified when I put out the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Also, if you want to join my fan club on Patreon, go to patreon.com/hughdidit. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.